Hey everybody, welcome to December. We are on fire around here. I love this. We are red and I'm so fired up to talk with you about what's happening in our local real estate market and all the data. And I've got some of our key things that we always talk about this month, and I want to compare them to historical data. So we've got the data, we've got the artwork, and then we have a really fun little stat that I want to share with you that I may or may not settle with you. You might have an opinion different than mine on what I'm going to share with you at the end. So stay tuned. But for those of you who look at this video every month and look forward to what my artwork is going to be, I couldn't help but pull this one from Drew, my 5-year-old. I mean, how cute is that? The hair, the red, the legs crossed. I mean, I'm just trying to be like my 5-year-old here. Can't wait. All right, so let's jump into these numbers. Let's get down to the business of what's happening here local. We do hear all the national news. We do hear about interest rates and all the things, right? I'm gonna let you go back to those resources and look at those, but let's dig into what's happening here in Champaign. We always talk about 3 key indicators. So the first one we're gonna look at is month's supply of homes. And I did this a little bit different this month because I usually pull average number of homes for sale, or say number of homes available for sale. And I'm gonna do the month's supply now because I think that term resonates no matter what market you're in, and you should know what that term is. So I defined it here. Month supply of homes for sale is the number of homes it would take for the current inventory of homes on the market to sell given the current sales price. So we know that a 6-month supply of homes is a balanced market. Right now in Champaign County, we have a 1.2 month supply of homes available for sale. So when we look at historical numbers, we go back to as far as we've been able to track this data, which is 2008, which is also like start of the housing recession, and then leading up to this, oh my goodness, 13-month supply of houses. That is very extreme compared to where we are at the 1.2 month supply. So just be aware of that. In 2008, we started with about a 7-month supply. So we are not in the same market that we were in pre-housing recession, okay? Do I think that we're leading into that? I think that we've got so many unknown factors right now that it's really hard to say because things are still really good, right? If we look at, I'm gonna skip this one right now, but if we look at the average sales price for houses in Champaign County, here's the long term, right? We're up. It is still a really good thing from 2012 to 2022 to own a house in our local real estate market. So owning real estate is a wealth building tool. When we look at what happened in the last year, we're up 11% on our average sales price. When we look at November of this year, so of 2022, the average sales price was $238,000 and some change. In November of 2021, it was $214,000. So yes, it was still a great year for owning real estate and for prices to go up, which is why it's a mixed signal from where we were in 2008 and this housing recession that people keep comparing us to. I don't think it's a fair comparison. Now, what I want to bring us back to in the reality of our market is that we are seasonal, right? This is the data. This is the long-term number. When we look at the last 10 years, we know that fewer houses go under contract in the winter months, okay? December of 2021, we only had 136 total houses in the entire Champaign County go under contract. We also know that in May, that's the peak. 305 houses earlier this year went under contract in that month alone. So when we look at November versus November, 2022 versus 2021, we're down about 28%. So that is another signal that we need to be aware of. We're down when we look at this month compared to last month. That is down. We're down 28% of the houses that went under contract. Now, the fun little story that I talked with you about. All of this is fine and dandy, but you have to think big picture. You have to think long term in real estate, in life, in investments, in choices. And don't let what's happening in our next 2 or 3 months, the winter months, the down months of our market, impact what the best decision is for you. If you need to sell right now, you need to sell. Get your house on the market. It's still a great time because prices are still up. Okay? If you're a buyer, go under contract. Don't think, oh, I'm gonna wait because what's gonna happen with interest rates? We don't know, but the feds are talking about another increase in December. What's gonna happen with the next buyer who's thinking the same thing that you are? You are gonna be in a position and you might be priced out if you wait. So don't wait. My point is, we have so many mixed signals in our market, and this is a long-term game that you're jumping into with real estate. Don't be emotional about it. Have you ever got a tattoo? Have you ever regretted getting a tattoo? I was looking at what is an interesting comparison. Now, I don't have any tattoos. You may or may not agree with that. You may think, oh my gosh, Katie really is crazy. But here's a stat that we just pulled. When 600 people were asked if they regretted getting a tattoo, 75%, so 3 out of 4 of those people said, yes, I regret getting a tattoo. Now, the number one reason why they regretted getting a tattoo is because they made a decision in less than 3 weeks. They did not think about where they wanted their tattoo, if that was the best tattoo for them to get, the color choice, whatever the reason is. They didn't think about it long enough to make a good decision. So now they regret it. Don't be one of those impulse buyers or sellers, and don't give yourself the due diligence to evaluate your personal situation and make the best decision. Give it time. Talk to a local expert. Really look at the data and understand it. And I know that there are some people who've got to sell for a job, who've got to sell because they're going through a divorce, who've got to sell because a relative has passed away and we cannot have a vacant house over the winter. There are plenty of reasons why. So have a little fun with this information, light up your December, and try and be like our 5-year-old Drew over here. All right, talk to you soon.